Hi, this is Anita from the Dusty Roads podcast and from the blog Bus on a Dusty Road. Today I want to talk a little bit about virtual challenges, and maybe some of you have heard about doing a virtual challenge and wondered, is it really worth it? Is it really something that is worthwhile doing? I was just thinking the other day about how for the last 20 or more years, I usually was taking a major international trip about 4 or 5 times a year. And it was common for me, a month would not go by that I wasn't taking some kind of trip or at an airport or flying somewhere. These last few years with COVID has really grounded me. But something which I have enjoyed doing during this time of when I've been grounded is doing a virtual challenge. And you might ask yourself, well, what is a virtual challenge? A virtual challenge is something that you sign up for and you will go so many miles. And as you go along these miles, you'll learn a little bit about this place that you are virtually traveling. So it's kind of like a fitness challenge. And at the same time, you are virtually traveling and seeing the world. I enjoy it because it helps me to be able to see places that normally maybe I would have traveled to. I'm not sure if I would have or not, or had the time to do it. And it also keeps me on my fitness goals. So one of the most important things for me on the virtual challenges is it helps keep me motivated on my fitness goals. There'll be a lot of times when I'll say like, oh, do I feel like walking today? And it's like, oh, I've got to go out and walk because I've got to add some miles to that virtual challenge. But one of the greatest parts of it, especially if you're someone like me who enjoys the world and loves to learn about the world or other places in the world, and I consider myself a global citizen, and this podcast and my blog is all about living life as a global citizen, is that I find the virtual challenges is a great way to travel the world virtually. I love how you can, you see, the route you're going to take, you look at the map and you start, day by day, you mark a little bit like where you're going, and you can literally virtually travel the world by going on these virtual challenges. I have been going through like England, Scotland, Germany, Peru. I'm doing one now in Jordan. So I'm really able to travel the world to these places that I'm not sure whether or not I'd be able to travel to, at the moment. And then as I'm going along in the most important historical sites, they will send me postcards, especially the Conqueror Virtual Challenge will send me postcards and pictures and tell me where I have just traveled and a little bit about the history of the area. So not only am I traveling these places, but I'm also learning about them as I'm going along, and I'm able to virtually tour these different places of the world. It's been fun to also look on the Google Street View. And I will admit that not every place has the Google Street View that you can view it, but a lot of the places do. And I love to go on the Google Street View and I can look around and do the 360 degree and I can kind of see the area where I'm at. And I can, kind of get a feel for the area and the roads. And I get this sort of picture in my mind of where I am now at the moment. This is really a great way to be able to learn about the world. Last summer, a friend and I, we virtually swam the English Channel, which we literally swam it in that we only put down our miles for swimming for the virtual, for our virtual challenge of the English Channel. But what was fun about that is we'd go along in different parts, we'd learn a little bit about the English Channel, which, things that I didn't know about before. And so it's always, kind of fun to be able to learn things like that or hiking in Peru or other things. One of the great things about it is you can travel with a group. I have a friend that we do a lot of these challenges with together, or you can do it by yourself. It's up to you. You don't have to, you don't have to do it with somebody. You can do it by yourself, or you can do it with other people that are also doing other virtual challenges. You can meet new friends online as you are doing it. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. There are some people that go super fast, and there's others that go very slow. And The other thing I love about it is that any age can do it. I have seen people that have been in their walkers in a nursing home that have been walking around the nursing home to do a virtual challenge. And so I love that. I love how the fact that any age can do it, anyone can do it. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. You can take your time you want to. It doesn't matter. It is all up to you. One of the things that I also love about it is at the end of it, you get a medal. And my favorite virtual challenge is, if any of you have read my blog, is the Conqueror Virtual Challenge. And there's many reasons why I prefer the Conqueror Virtual Challenge, but one reason is because the Conqueror Virtual Challenge will send you your medal after you've completed the challenge. Some of the other challenges, like the Pacer, they sent me my medal before I even completed the challenge. And there's just something to me about, working hard and you complete it, and then the medal comes and you feel proud. You just feel like, wow, I accomplished something. And when the Pacer sent me the medal and I hadn't completed it yet, I kind of thought, yeah, that's nice. I got a medal, but I didn't complete it. And I just find for me that extra motivation of, wanting to get the medal and getting the medal after it's done, I just feel a lot more like I've accomplished something. Not that just something was given to me and I didn't accomplish it. The Conquer Virtual Challenge also has a really good app that you can put your miles in on your iPad or your iPhone or on the computer, and they all sync together so you can see exactly where you are. I tend to manually put my miles in because I'm doing several challenges, and I will do like one challenge for biking, one for swimming, one for walking. And, those tend to be my three main exercises. So, when I walk some miles, I put in the walking. When I bike, I put in the biking. And when I swim, I put in the swimming. So I will have several challenges going at once. And I will only put in the miles for a specific sport. But you can also put your Apple Watch or your Garmin or other things, your Fitbit can actually sync together with the challenge, and whatever steps you take every day could also count towards a challenge. It's really up to you. There's no rules in this. The rules you can make up on your own, or you can make up with a group of people, and you can decide exactly what your rules are. For me, I happen to like doing it the way that I do it because I like to say that I actually swam the English Channel, or I actually walked, I walked the Hadrian's Wall in England, or we biked, from through England and Scotland. It's just kind of the way that I enjoy sort of doing it. But it's all really up to you. You do need to pay for these challenges, but it is extremely reasonable. It's about $29.99, about just under $30 US. You will get a medal for that, and they will send the medal to you. I'm here in Hanoi, Vietnam, and I was kind of a little worried about would the medal come to me or would it not come to me? Would I be able to receive it? But I have received quite a few medals here. No problem at all. It's always been able to come to me. And I've even signed up for t-shirts where you can, if you want to, for extra, you can get a t-shirt printed. And actually the t-shirt I got was really nice quality. I like it because it's kind of soft and it was, very well printed. And that actually I was able to receive it here in Vietnam. And I can tell you that Vietnam has some difficult customs, and I was worried that they might tax it or stop it or something, and they didn't. So I think most places of the world should be able to very easily receive the medal, the t-shirt, or any other merchandise that they will be sending. If you have a chance, go check out our blog about the Conquer Virtual Challenges. And in our blog, at the bottom of it, you will find a link that you can link to sign up for a challenge, and you'll get 10% off. So, that's a great deal because on your first challenge, you'll be able to get some money off of that. And it's just a great way to virtually see the world. And even if you can't travel now, still be a global citizen. Still go out there and be a global citizen and see some of the world, even if you have to see it virtually. This is Anita from Dusty Roads Podcast. And we hope you've enjoyed this podcast. Check out our blog, A Bus on a Dusty Road. And if you've liked this podcast, please, recommend it. Tell your friends about it. Give us a thumbs up. We'd really love to hear from you. We appreciate you so much listening. Thank you so much.